Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 4,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 110 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Think Wrestling. My name's Tom. This is Talking Wrestling. I'm here back at Nothing But Wrestling. I haven't been here for quite some time, but I'm back here with Adam and Ed, the hot tag. Well, Adam, come on now. It's Eddy Woods and Adam Idol, isn't it?
Yeah.
I say like the only thing is I always keep saying Eddy Idol and Adam Woods. I keep getting them mixed up in my head, so I'm glad I got that right once.
A lot of people just forget that I'm real as well, so it's usually just Eddy Woods and tag partner. So.
Okay, but you know what? That's what I will call you both now. Eddy Woods and tag partner. So I'm here with Eddy Woods and that other dude over there. This is a tag partner no one really cares about, to be honest.
It's a true story, to be fair.
Yeah. Anyway, so thank you very much for joining me for this. This was last minute. This was very actually only.
We were second best.
I was going to say, we were
second best,
weren't you?
Josie, the Dominator, was supposed to show up, but
well,
I did, yeah.
Kayfabe gone a very long time.
Tom was like, "Oh, who can I get? I suppose I better get the other promoters because he already had one with Corey, the promoter of MBW, who does shit all." And then he's like, "I suppose I better get the other promoters on who actually do some stuff."
Okay, I'll clarify now. They weren't second fucking best. Okay, I spoke to Dominita because Kayfabe's still alive. Damn it. I spoke to Dominita, and then 5 minutes after that, I asked you two about it, and you agreed to it before she did. So actually, you were my first pick. Oh. Well, technically you both were, but she agreed to it after, and then she had to pull out. So you weren't second best. You were actually first best technically.
Well, yeah. We're going to be a better show anyway. But
that will certainly be interesting.
She is sadly missed.
She is sadly missed, yeah, but she'll be back here, I'm sure, at some point. I will get her on the show at some point, just not today. Don't know when. I don't plan ahead because I'm not organised like that. Yeah. Anyway, Adam and Ed, thank you for joining me.
Much appreciated.
So, so I actually only found out, like, when I spoke to Corey a couple of days ago, that you two are also promoting, because I thought it was only Corey.
Yeah.
A lot of people seem to think that, don't they, to be fair, but no.
Yeah. Corey takes the credit for all our hard work and all the money
if you
we
come to
put
the
in,
shows,
and the money he doesn't put in, that we put in.
If you come to the shows and it's the Corey Johnson show.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Hence why he's a champion now. So, proper promoter. Not like us too. We haven't made tag belts yet for ourselves, but they are coming.
The keyword there is yet. Keyword there is yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. We're going on like a 7-year run with them as well.
Yeah.
No one's beating us.
Records.
Can't beat us in our own promotion. Promoter rules.
Try and break. Is it Bruno Sammartino who was champion for like 7 or 8 years or something stupid like that?
Yeah, well, I think back then it was a bit different back then because obviously. They would run the garden once a month, or they would run a certain venue once a month. So that was always the market.
Yeah.
So there would only be 12 shows at the garden a year or something like that. So if you
TV weren't as hot then.
TV wasn't as hot. So
nowadays you get guys like Roman, and when he's champ, and you see him every single week. You see him twice, 3 times a week.
So we could lose a title in 12 weeks. It's equivalent to probably
the amount of titles
Bruno having it for fucking 12
The amount of properly seen,
so
that's when that Days of Territory was about. That's where like. It's massive then, wasn't it? It was a lot different. Loads different to back how it is now.
Yeah, so at that point it was less about it was less sort of national television and more sort of territory stuff. You know, you had local TV. You had local TV, so you could watch your version local, and then but if you were in Alabama, then you couldn't watch anything in Carolina as well. You know.
Yeah.
Very territorial. Anyway,
good in a way, really.
It was good in a way,
in terms of longevity.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Go to Memphis, work there for a year, and everyone still loves you, and then you fuck off somewhere else.
Yeah.
Same reaction, but like they haven't seen you. It's good. It's whereas now everyone has
it works well, but it works well now. It just works differently now. I say it's not like a bad. Well, we argued it obviously at the time, but it worked out well basically in the end. So anyway, thank you, Adam and Ed, for I've already said that. So
So thankful, yeah.
keep thanking.
We're happy for that.
I'm a very appreciative person. So you did say that you are two of the three promoters, obviously, along with Corey, who I have also had on the show. A link in description to watch his interview. Cheap plug there.
Don't watch it.
Yeah, but so what's that been like? Because as you said, Corey is probably the most public about MBW and that sort of thing, but obviously you two are a very important part of it as well. So what's it been like running this promotion with Corey?
For real life, it's difficult sometimes because networking wise and things like that, Corey is probably one of the best people I've ever known.
Yeah.
In terms of you just get everyone, can't you? We're quite mardy and don't like anyone, so we don't branch out.
We don't branch out. We don't do social media.
Whereas Corey's all over the social media and networking his class. It's just the difficult part comes when it's like
when Corey's got 1,000 stupid ideas. And you have he has.
Like when Vince Russo was in WWF. Yeah. And he'd come out with 6 million ideas.
He had Vince.
And then Vince said, "No, that's stupid."
Yeah.
And then he went to WCW, and they all thought Vince Russo was the greatest ever. Let's put everyone on a pole match. And everything was in a box, and everyone was in a pinata and stuff. Yeah. That's Corey. So like he comes to us and he says, I've got this 6 million ideas, and we'll say, well, 9 of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's use 9 of them. But the other millions and trillions you've got, they're stupid, so let's not use them. But that's a difficult part about it. But networking and social media and
to be fair,
the amount of
his actual promoting wise, when he's like
his effort into it is like class. Like, so he's always on us about stuff, and
he's on it more than us, to be fair.
Yeah.
But we're just, we got the money. We are. No, it's better. We found it pretty easy, I think, to having 3 different brains coming into it.
We've all got different. Like Corey's, we're quite more old school, aren't we?
Oh yeah, I will also point out that we aren't like in a separate room now. This is all one big place. So you will get a lot of background noise leaking through from just around there. So apologies for that, but anyway.
Yeah, we're quite old school in our like sense of wrestling. We prefer it where not so much as we don't like to say the flippy shit, do we? But I can enjoy wrestling that.
Yeah.
But I love going back and watching like Tully and Arn and when it was like the Hollywood Blondes against like Flair and stuff.
Yeah.
I love that, and watching old school Shane Douglas, but Corey's into all the new stuff, and he's like he flows with the time, so he's mixing it all in. It's class, to be fair, because we just have different views on it, and then when it all comes together, so far the shows haven't been so bad.
I think that is the best way to do it, really, because if you got one person, it works, but then there's no one there to really say, no, this is shit, let's not do this.
Yeah,
so it sort of it works in the way that if he does have a shit idea, which I imagine there's quite a few of them, obviously, as is with all wrestling promoters, then he's got you two to sort of say, no, Corey, that's shit, let's do something else.
It's finding compromise, isn't it?
I mean, the thing is, we have the arguments, and then it's like
that's
meet in the middle, where it's like, actually, this will probably work better.
Yeah.
And so far, I think we've done quite well.
So far, you've done pretty well. I
think we're still trying to find a niche. Because I think that's like it's getting people to come in and be attracted to what we offer as a new promotion.
What can we offer different
to anyone else? And it's hard to find that niche. Like Progress have got that niche, ICW have got that niche, and then there's Cammy have got a sort of niche that they've got as well. And like there's 2 million fucking promotions in the UK at the moment, and they're all doing the same thing. So it's getting something different and promoting younger talent as well. So getting people that aren't on all the shows and aren't getting the exposure they need, and bringing people in like Johnny Kidd and Styx and
letting them dish out some
knowledge and people they can learn off, and putting our guys over on them, because names like that from the past are still known in the UK to me. They're the wealth of knowledge. They've worked the shows in front of one person and stuff like that. Like we've gone and worked shows in front of 10 people and stuff like that. And learning that way has been so much beneficial to us.
I was going to say, coming into wrestling now is probably the easiest it's ever been, isn't it? Yeah. Really. I mean, we come in, 6, 7?
Oh, 7 years now.
I'm 6 years now, but when we come in, it weren't a very high point in British wrestling. It was
it was. Yeah, so
like
now
you
skyrocketed, hasn't it?
And every show's going to have like a minimum of 50 people in, which is easy to work. And then like when we come in, I think you come into you did a one-person show, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a one-person show. I think my first actual show was in front of 10 people, and 3 of them were 4 of them were my family.
Oh so my
God,
my first show was in Oswestry, weren't it?
We all start somewhere. We all start somewhere. There's no shame in that.
It. Yeah, I got into it, and I knew the business wasn't what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I was expecting to work in little working men's clubs in front of no one, but for me that was a start, and I knew later on that it would get better, or I'd get better, and I'd get to the point where I want to be.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, what you got to remember is that no wrestling promotion starts out and instantly knows what they're going to do and how it's going to work. There's always a bit of a sort of transition period where they're sort of trying to find out what people want to see.
Yeah.
So it's I wouldn't necessarily say it's. I mean, bear in mind, Nothing Wrestling is still a very young promotion, isn't it? It's still what?
We're a year in now.
Yeah.
So like our first 3 shows did really good, but I put that down to it being fresh. It was something new. It was a new name, so everyone comes to the new name.
Yeah.
Once they're familiar with the new name, they leave, and then you got to find a reason to bring them back.
If you're not doing anything special to bring them back every time, and I think we learned that. I think it was like the 5th or 6th show.
Yeah.
We were getting more disappointed in ourselves because we're like, it's not drawing the same as the first few shows.
Yeah.
And now like we've gone out, we've branched out, we've got more, because I think we've learnt our lesson, haven't we? And hopefully, and we've gone out, we've branched, got more venues and things like that.
Yeah, I didn't
hopefully bring in
that,
new crowds and. Yeah. So we were like announcing a venue every other week, really. Now we were going out and got.
I have seen that, yeah. And I mean, this is my first MBW show since oh God, blimey, I think it was since.
This was Tips and One, wasn't it? I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I think so. I think the last one I was at. Oh God, blimey, when was it? Yeah, I think it's at the Solway Suites.
I remember seeing you at It's Our Yard Now, Tipton. That one.
Yeah, I was there for that one. Yeah. Was that the most recent one that I was at though? I think I was at one more after that, but I can't remember. Anyway, I mean, regardless, it's been a while, obviously. So they could have completely changed for all I know. Like it could be massively different from what I remember. I don't think it'll be that different. But and I mean, the crowd on my last show, it was a pretty decent crowd, to be honest. I mean, there were like a couple of MCs, but you always get that, you know, people who buy tickets and don't show up. So, but it was a pretty decent crowd. So I don't think there's anything particularly you're doing wrong.
No,
it's just learning curves.
Yeah. Learning curves.
Nothing.
We're not promoters. We've promoted one show each in the past before we even did this. And
well, I think technically you could class it like co-promoters with Corey, couldn't you?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's got to be like because I mean, this was. I mean, it must have been quite different, you know, going from competing on shows to then promoting them and that sort of thing. It must have been a pretty weird transition.
I think what it was for us to begin with is that we were stuck in a bubble in one place, and we're going back. We don't do social media. We don't branch ourselves out. And we wanted something new, and we wanted to earn some money for us and for the company and get something. That we can actually enjoy. Yeah. Love what I had for it when I started went. Now it's coming back.
Yeah.
Because it's something new and I'm keeping busy with it, and it's like it's the same for you, isn't it? Really. It's finding another interest within wrestling.
Yeah. So I mean, I think there does come a point where you sort of fade out a bit because it gets a bit repetitive in a way. So then you have to sort of reignite that. Thing that got you into it in the first place. So, and that can be quite difficult to do. Like you know, getting back into it after you've been out of it for so long. Especially wrestling always changing. It's always changing. It never stays the same for too long. So that's been quite a shock, really, for you to then come back into it after sort of going out of it for however long it was. That must have been quite a shock for you, I imagine.
I think we were only out a couple of
I'd done a previous stint of because I just completely lost the love for it at one point, and I took about a year out, didn't I?
Yeah.
And then come back just in a wrestling capacity, and we were to be fair, we were fairly active. We weren't like every other week, but we were like once a month probably doing wrestling. And
that's
then,
not too bad,
and then Corey dropped the message to us saying, "Lads, I'm thinking of starting up a new promotion. drawn in, and we were like,
Originally just wanted us to stay there and work, didn't they? And then there was a bit of argument between working for different promotions and stuff like that. And then we were like, you know what, fuck it, we'll
make
we'll
our
come
own.
and do it. We'll come with you, and we'll branch in with you.
One of the main things for me was like giving opportunities. That, I mean, to be fair, our opportunities previously we were put straight on the cards, weren't we? And put in decent status there. Like, I mean, we were both champs, weren't we? Like, we were top of the card at one point, both of us. But opportunity-wise, in terms of, we were taught by one guy.
Yeah,
that was it. We never got, and it was probably our own fault. We never got the ability to branch out. But what if that was brought to us? Yeah. So guys like Johnny Kidd, I'd heard of Johnny Kidd, but I'd never seen his stuff. So when he came here, I watched his match, and I just thought, just a wealth of knowledge. Everything does just class. And then you bring other guys in like Dan Maloney, and we brought like Sticks today and RJ Singh. Bring guys in, we've got different sort of wrestling backgrounds. We never got that. We got taught off one guy, and we work quite a similar style because we.
More so you than me. I went to a couple of other promotions and wrestled. Like, that's how I met Johnny Kidd.
Yeah.
I worked him in a tag. Somewhere. I think it was Tamworth.
Most of my knowledge comes from. We'd leave the training or we'd leave the show and we'd discuss it, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
And then we'd just be like,
well,
we'd probably do it.
We'd pretty much what we'd do. We'd leave a show. We'd go and buy a bottle of Jack Daniels or two. And we would drink, we would get smashed, and then we would just sit there and shoot about ideas and stuff like that. Like, and to be honest, we've probably learned the most off each other than we have anyone else.
I mean, when we first came in, I only got into wrestling because I went to watch a show that he was on. He was your main event, weren't you?
Yeah.
And previously to that, he'd been messaging my missus. So
she wasn't his missus. It's someone else's missus.
It was 100% my missus. And
it wasn't. It was someone else's missus. And if you were sleeping with.
And no, let's just gloss over that.
So anyway, so he messaged me then after the show saying how'd you get on and that, and I was like, I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Always fancied getting into, because I'd loved wrestling. My mum and dad went to like SummerSlam '92.
Yeah.
And the day I was born was the first show of Raw. So wrestling's like always been.
Wrestling has been in your blood since you were born, basically.
And then I just fell out of love with it during like probably 2006ish onwards. Never really spoke about it again. He was like about getting into it, and I was like, yeah, right, fuck it. You turned up super late on my first training.
I turned up super late and hungover, and then he was like, I was like, oh, make sure. I remember messaging, I was like, make sure you're there early. You got to be there for 10 o'clock in the morning. No excuses and anything like that. He turns up like 10 o'clock.
I turned up about
half 11 or something like that. Hungover.
Half an hour left of the training, and they were like, yeah, you got to do this, or if you think you can't do it, you got to do this easier way. And you were like, no.
Just do it.
Just do it the hard way. You've got to do it the hard way. So I was doing it, and I think within 3 weeks I was on shows. And
I just pushed it in really. I was just like, I just thought, sod it. There's everyone else in training, so I'll just give him a little bit more of a push, like, because it's someone for me to work with eventually. Yeah. And like, we had a pretty good camaraderie between us.
I mean, the thing was, we went to school together.
Yeah.
I mean, we were never friends.
Never
spoke at school.
Like that,
never anything. Same year, same school. Never spoke. And it weren't until wrestling when we started speaking. It was just dead weird, like, because he was trying to sleep with my missus.
Now we sleep with each other.
Now we just sleep with each other.
Yeah. I'm sure that wasn't the case.
No.
Jury's out on that one.
Anyway, let's just gloss over. Let's just totally move on from that. I don't want to.
It's just one time.
One time.
It's only one time. It doesn't mean about that much. Let's just gloss over that. Before we get you into too much shit. Let's just like.
We've made up an Eiffel Tower since then.
Yeah, we've Eiffel Tower since then.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Do you know what Eiffel Tower is?
I have what the thing in the big France.
In France.
Yeah, that's it.
One day.
I'm pretty sure I know what that is. Yeah, it'd be wrong if I didn't.
Definitely not in France.
Yeah,
it was in Lichfield. It was in Lichfield.
The Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower. I don't think we should go into what.
No, that's quite an inappropriate one. That is.
Okay, yeah.
Basically.
That's we won't discuss it.
They won't discuss it.
Maybe after the.
Maybe after
for the bloopers that Tom's going to do. Thousands of editing off.
The bloopers that I will that I will. No, what I should do, and I have been wanting to do for ages, is sit through every single blooper and every injury that I've ever done. I just put them all. I mean, it would take hours, but you think, is it worth it? I don't know, probably. I'll have to think when I get home. Anyway, that's off topic now. So you collectively are known as the hot tag, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what exactly was the idea behind
Well,
that?
basically, we wanted
like, why the hot tag?
we wanted the crowd to call the match for us.
Yeah, so basically at the end of the match.
The end of the match, in a tag match, obviously.
The hot tag at the end of the match.
Oh, yeah.
And
So
so
we
we wanted
thought
the
it'd be
crowd to
funny
chant
just for-
hot tag,
tag.
so they're
Oh, yeah.
calling them, and it's just something
They're
to
just
make
calling
us
them,
pop,
yeah,
like,
just-
in
Yeah.
the ring, just because it's the crowd calling
Yeah.
the match, they're the bookers.
Yeah.
We just thought, like, well, like the way wrestling is now, you can flip someone with
Yeah.
your dick, why can't you shout at the end of the match?
Yeah,
Do you know
that's
what I mean?
true.
Like,
Wrestling is now, like, very, like, very
ridiculous.
fourth wall breaking in it, like,
Yeah.
in terms of, like, Deadpool talking to you in the cinema.
Yeah.
Wrestling now is that.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
why not just involve the crowd in stupid things
That's true,
like
yeah.
that? Kayfabe's completely dead. So,
Well, no. If it was completely dead, then these interviews would be utterly pointless. So,
yeah, true. Well, hopefully not, because hopefully people would like to know the
Yeah,
Oh,
people
yeah.
behind the
This
characters.
isn't a
Kayfabe interview,
but
is it?
Is it the kayfabe interview?
It's not a
Kayfabe
kayfabe interview.
because
We'll walk out and then
Yeah.
we'll come back in and we'll put our gear on. Do you know, like on the WWE game, everyone wears a gear backstage, and like when they go to the supermarket, they're still in the gear.
still in their trunks.
That's what
the
we'll
Rock
do.
running
We'll
round
do that.
backstage,
Yeah. Life for us.
trying to find a tag partner in his trunks.
Yeah, that's what we do. Normal day, like I'm a carpenter. He works at DHL. I'm a carpenter. We do it in our wrestling gear normally.
Yeah,
keep
usually I'm just
kayfabe.
wearing leopard print. Sometimes I forget my tights as well.
That's got an image in it. That's
just
got
to
the
sing
most
it.
bizarre image in. But I'm never going to see it. That's got the most bizarre image in my head ever.
Calendar's coming out soon.
Yeah,
Link in the description for that.
definitely. Social media, we're getting the hang of it now, aren't we?
No, we're not.
No,
I haven't
you
put a post up
No,
since
no,
2012.
No one has calendars anymore. They're on the phones. That's it. It's fucked.
But to be fair, people do still. There are a lot
Just
of
fireman
there are a
calendars
lot
now,
of
isn't there?
independent wrestlers selling pin-up calendars. I think Cat 1K has got a pin-up calendar out. I know that Nightshade and a few others have. So they're still
Yeah, we're in
going.
the same. We can
But
go
I think
with the
they're
girls.
more collector's items than actually I use this to mark a certain date because no one. It's all on your
To be
phone.
fair, 2019 we can have a pin-up calendar as well.
Yeah, we could do.
That would be amazing, please.
2020 I'm aiming for though.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
off.
So,
So
yeah,
2019 now might be.
Yeah, so we're a bit late into this point, but yeah, please do that. I'll love you forever, please.
6 month
Get the
calendar.
hose pipe out.
Yeah.
Fireman's hat. Got it. Cowboys
it.
will be on another one. Naked cowboys.
Thong, obviously.
On the horse.
And the leopard print thong, you can't forget that.
Oh yeah, we'll have that.
That is the
Do you
key
reckon we
to
could
all
put that
that.
on merch, leopard print thongs? That's
We'll have to wear them though in the match, wouldn't we? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's not-
I'll have to take my singlet off.
Pretty
Someone
much
would
like-
pull my tights down. The old flare spot where
It'd
my
be like
abs are up.
John Cena gimmick. You'll have to wrestle in what you sell. Do you know what I mean? So John comes out in his t-shirt, throws his hat.
Throws-
Yeah.
We could come out, take our thongs off, and throw him in the crowd.
They'd get thrown straight back.
Yours would.
Mine would. They'd be
Andy
loads
Woods.
bigger as well.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be thrown straight back because no one would want to fucking touch them. I mean, they're going
Why? You
to
saying something's wrong?
like bat it away.
You saying something's wrong, Gus?
I'm saying that as a general rule, people don't want to touch other people's dirty underwear. That's just a general rule of thumb. Like I wouldn't pick up someone's underwear that they threw to me just because that's just pretty gross in general.
We got.
I mean, they're
Unless
full of
it's
baby oil. to
in
be fair.
certain other scenarios, but if we won't go into, that's not a very appropriate thing to
Eiffel
discuss.
Tower
Oh,
scenarios.
the tower scenarios.
Yeah, that's it.
Tons
I'm
of leopard
curious.
print
Okay,
thongs.
you know what? Depending on how bad this is, I make it out. I may not, but I'm curious about this. I'll tell you about this because I'm curious about that. So I keep mentioning it. I'm
The old
curious.
Eiffel Tower.
This may be cut up, but it may not. But I'm curious now.
Okay.
So, imagine this is Ed.
Okay.
And imagine this is his tag partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have a lady in the middle.
Okay.
And it
Yeah.
looks like the Eiffel Tower.
And you clap
And then you
hands.
clap hands.
That's the
Looks
Eiffel
like the
Tower.
Eiffel Tower. Find a pal, you can do it
That was a
together.
dark New Year's Eve. that
Yeah,
was.
you know.
Splendidly dark New
So,
Year's
yeah.
Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll think about how. I'll think about if I think that to stay in or not when I get home.
That's it. So the Eiffel Tower isn't in Paris. It's wherever you want
It's
it to
wherever
be.
you want it to be.
Yeah, you know what? I'm making that actually. Actually, you know what? You didn't go into too much detail, so it shouldn't be too bad.
I mean,
people
it
can
was
use
like
their
the
imaginations.
of it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For all they know, it may have been completely fully clothed, nothing inappropriate.
Well, we've
so.
not told.
We've not told.
We've not
full
exposed
detail.
who it was. or anything
Exactly,
like that.
so you know what? I'll keep it in. Why not? I've had worse things said on this show at this point, so
Yeah.
got nothing to do at this point.
We
Yeah,
are quite PG.
Yeah, PJ.
PG.
yeah, that's
Hot tag
debatable.
PG.
That's debatable. I mean, you just talked about that little Eiffel Tower thing.
Yeah,
so.
but it was
Birds in the
it was
Beast style,
PG
mate.
until you asked what it was.
Yeah,
Ah,
we weren't
that's
going to
true,
talk about
I
it.
thought
gonna
you
talk
found
about
out what it was because you kept bringing it up and I got curious about it.
Well,
That's your own fault. If you hadn't kept mentioning that, I would have glossed over that. I would have asked you about it off camera, but I would have just. But in here, I would have just. So that
Right.
was your own fault for keep bringing it up.
bonus features on this episode.
We'll do an Eiffel Tower to Tom.
Yeah, add on his own.
It's not an Eiffel Tower, then, is it?
That'll be it then. I'll see you next week.
That's a Leaning Tower of Pisa, that isn't it?
Oh, I've got the image on my head from that now. I'm not going to sleep tonight. Thanks for that mental image.
What else do you want to know about, isn't it?
Anyway, yeah. So you've already told me about the idea behind the name of your tag team, but when exactly did you start working together as a tag team?
Well,
was that like
initially-
as soon as you got in, or
No, we were on a bit of a program against each other for when I first come in, and we had.
I suppose it was like a sort of program
the chemistry
of
was
like,
just there, weren't it?
because we had chemistry backstage,
Yeah.
we were like best mates and everything like that. So everyone was like, oh, we'll throw them together in a match.
Yeah.
And we were told that we were going to be main event of this
yeah.
pretty big venue, that like a big theatre.
Yeah.
It was big for us at the time. And
Biggest show we've done, to be fair, on it.
we
Yeah.
were like, oh yeah, we're gonna be main event and everything like that. Planned all this stuff like, and we got moved to the bottom half of the card.
Yeah.
I think we were main event in the first half, and it was just like, we were really up for it. Like, and we went out there and we stole the show. We literally stole the show. No one followed
I mean,
us.
we
after that.
went walking through the back,
modest.
and we
Oh,
had.
no, it was true.
Yeah, fair
genuine
enough,
because
yeah.
Pat myself on the back. That one.
went back into the back, and the boys were just there. That one of them was on the stairs crying,
was like,
asking how he's going to follow that, and we're like,
Good luck.
"Look, mate, yeah.
Not our problem, mate.
We from that really, weren't it? And we'd always wanted to be a tag, I think, but we had a lot of. We could have class matches against each other, and it was like when you're on with your best mate, you put everything into it.
Yeah,
So
you do.
We were coming away. I mean, my nan
There's
used
no
to come,
chemistry
didn't she?
there, though.
And
It always works better,
my nan
doesn't
used
it?
to come and love to watch us because she was thought like
We would kick the
we would
fuck
kick
out
the shit out
of
of
each
each
other.
other.
Yeah.
So we're like going away with my jaw would be hanging off, you would be have a bad jaw. He perforated my ear once, so like my eardrum, weren't it? Just perforated for a fucking
Chipped
hour
off
long.
his
Yeah,
teeth.
chipped off my teeth. Kicked the fuck out of me, really. It wasn't very nice, but no, class.
Jesus.
So we.
That's one of them though. You hit your friends harder,
Harder,
don't
yeah.
you?
You do, yeah.
You
it's
expect,
like-
you expect it.
you
You
expect
go in
it
there,
back.
you
Yeah.
know what you can both take. You go in there with
It's not the
someone
way it
you've never-
should be done, but for us,
yeah.
we,
I don't think
Oh, no.
there's
You give
any
it, I'll give
way
it.
that it should or shouldn't be done. I think it's
it's trusting and it's
yeah.
trusting it. If you,
I think
if you
it
can
just
trust
depends
the guy,
on doing what works best for you and your partner
Yeah.
or your opponent. And there's no right. I mean, as long as it's safe
Yeah.
and it gets a reaction, I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do it. To
I
be
think the
honest.
thing was for us is we don't like when you dads bring the kids
yeah,
and they
Yeah.
sit there and they criticise. Oh, fucking hell, he didn't even touch in there. He didn't. Fucking,
Yeah, so we
that's
were-
not real.
That
Yeah.
was one of the smaller
ruins,
shows.
It
that was.
ruins the thing. It ruins the event for the kid. 'Cause
Wrestling,
he's
wrestling,
coming-
wrestling is like a hand in it, and so you want to keep the illusion up. That like everyone knows the gimmick of wrestling now.
Yeah.
yeah,
You want to still keep that illusion, or else there's no point in us doing it.
Yeah.
So like, we seen this on the one match, and we were like, all the dads, there's like all these football dads, weren't it? Just taking
yeah.
the piss. They were like laughing, and we're like, right, we're up next.
We don't want the.
We're going out in the crowd,
yeah.
and we're gonna kick the fuck out of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were going out.
We want them to believe it as
Yeah,
much
yeah.
as,
So
as
like,
much
we
as
want
the little kid.
if
They
you
want
if you're
to
only if you're only
fucking- for them
going
to
if you're only
scream.
doing it to the one kid in the crowd, you can why not go for everyone?
Yeah.
That's what we want. We wanted to bring everyone into the belief that we were actually fighting.
Yeah.
And for a period, we probably was. Weren't we?
Yeah,
Like, and it was
yeah.
like we got everyone in that room believing
Yeah.
that we were going
Well, that's
out
the
there
thing,
to kill
yeah.
each other.
You
I
can
think-
only do that
yeah.
with your best mate. That's it. You can't go out and do that to anyone who
You can't,
comes
no,
on the
yeah.
show.
No,
So
a few
yeah.
people
So
take
it's like-
offence to that. So
Yeah.
like we did it because we knew what we both
We wanted
wanted.
to, yeah.
We had trust in each other to do it.
Yeah.
And from that, I mean, the chemistry, we were out. We weren't just like gimmick tag partners. We were like every single day for like years and years and years.
We
were
worked
together, we were working together, out on the town together. We'd go out on the nights. We just everything we did together. We were properly a real life tag team. So like becoming a tag team was just natural, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, like, when
Easy.
come out, felt it on the entrance. We're like, man, we've just got it together.
Yeah.
Straight away. So we're like,
yeah, and I mean,
carry on.
I think making my matches believable nowadays is getting much harder because obviously I think social media has ruined
Especially
it.
with like
I mean,
strong style and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
It's like, where'd you go from that? Someone, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you get hit with a fucking chop, but then someone's punching you and it's not got the same effect.
Exactly. Yeah,
It's
I mean,
like,
especially
where'd you
like,
go? You know what I mean?
like kayfabe is it's not dead, but it is dying. So I think people know that wrestling isn't what it used to be, in a way that it was portrayed as two people legitimately trying to beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
So I think they know, and I
think people come now for the appreciation of the performance.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I think I mean which I say like I've got no idea if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It sounds like a good thing, but obviously I'm not a wrestler, so I've got no idea if that's actually a good thing or a bad thing. If they're coming more for the appreciation,
I mean,
than the
we enjoy.
Why do you watch it?
I watch it because I enjoy the athleticism it takes to do wrestling, and it's a performance art. Like it's.
So you've just gone back on what Ad said. You're coming to the shows because you want to see the performance art.
Because I can appreciate the talent it takes to do that, even if I know. Because you know, being backstage, you do get sort of exposed to things that you sort of thought something different when you're a fan. I still enjoy shows as a fan because I appreciate the talent and the athleticism.
From a worker's point of view, as long as you're getting a reaction, as long as it's the reaction you're aiming for as well. I think if you went out there as the blue eye and you were getting booed. Just booed the fuck. Yeah, that's a bit disheartening. But
it's a bit disheartening.
If you go out there and you like our match, where we started the show, I was the heel, you were the face, weren't you? But by the end, we were just getting applauded, and it was like, I didn't hate that because it was like they're just appreciating the fact that we've gone out there,
I think
put it all on the line.
A few times
and
where
you're like, so as long as you're getting a reaction, any sort of reaction from the crowd, and they're on it, you appreciate that because it is hard to go out there and just listen to crickets all night.
It is, yeah. So that is one of the. And Tom, being in the crowd, that is so awkward to be involved in if there's no one there, because like I will cheer and boo because I want to, but it's if no one else is doing, there's
you
just
feel awkward then because it's just you
feel awkward being the only one there, and just sort of feel I want to because I think they're doing a really good job here, but no one else is, so I now feel awkward to do it. So it's quite.
It is sort of. But then there's some of them times where you've got 10 people in the room, none of them are reacting. You go out and do your match, and they're just with it, and they're reacting. You think, maybe I'm half decent at this trade. Like maybe this is something I can do at like most weekends.
You always know you're doing something right when there's a dead crowd and you go out and they get really into it. They absolutely love it. Yeah, you always know.
I
you're
remember
doing
one of the
like
matches and it just aimed at this old woman and got her in it. She hated my guts. And from that, the rest of the 14 people in the crowd were like just buzzing with it because I wanted her to kick the fuck out of me, and she wasn't gonna because I wasn't gonna let her. Yeah, you know, she'd probably end up kissing her. One of them. Eiffel Tower.
Oh God!
But
stop picking that up.
But it's like just from that, I think you can aim at one person and still bring the rest of the crowd in.
Yeah.
Crowds are hard, I find, because of that. Because you don't know whether to aim for the whole crowd and do your shtick, or just aim one to try and bring them all in. Because if you can get that one that was really into it, then you can bring them all in there.
Yeah.
But it depends on the crowd. Each crowd's different.
It does, yeah. So you will never encounter the same crowd twice. That just doesn't happen. You know. I mean, there will be people in the crowd. You know, you'll see multiple times, but the reaction as a whole crowd will always be different. You have sort of. I mean, I'd guess that you got to sort of adjust the way you work in your performance based on how the crowd reacts to you in a way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. So you can, the crowd usually will build moments.
Yeah.
So
there was
as the notorious beatdown of the hot tag.
Yeah.
it'll be times when you feel the crowd either chanting the hot tag or chanting myself.
My name, yeah.
Or Eddy, Eddy, they want him in.
Yeah.
And that's when you're feeling like, right, now you'll do your spots now, whereas before it's the build up to that.
Yeah.
So it's the crowd realistically do call the match, and that's what we wanted. That's the whole point of being the hot tag. We wanted the crowd to call our entire match.
Yeah.
Just so we have to do less work.
Yeah. I mean, I would guess that because I think that there's a lot of theory and planning and thinking out that goes into wrestling as well. So if you can get the crowd involved, then they can take a lot of that off your shoulders. I'd guess, but like I said, I've got no idea.
For me, most of it is the crowd.
Yeah.
Because if you're trained to a level, you can near enough do most of the stuff, can't you? So like, and if you're good enough, you can wing it out there some of the times.
Yeah.
So like, for me, it's crowd. Crowd is the thing which I think crowd and character work is something that just doesn't get taught anymore.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people go into wrestling thinking, I'm super athletic, I can do all these moves, but come out looking like just a normal. Just come out there, put the one finger up, stroll in the ring, they're ready to go.
Yeah.
It's not World of Sport anymore.
Yeah.
World of Sport was like that, where it was like, bloody hell, they can tie that guy into a pretzel.
hell.
Bloody hell, he's a pretzel now.
Yeah.
It's not anymore now, especially our level. I think character work is better. Just as an Elliot, non-stop talking all the time, gets the crowd to hate him. It's just easy stuff.
Oh, it is, yeah.
But his character work's good. Whereas a lot of people now, especially young trainees, will come in with no presence. They'll have no it seems to me like no belief in themselves. They need to find that thing that makes them there.
They need to find something that works for them, don't they?
I learned how to be a dickhead before I learned to even do a wrist lock.
Well, everyone's a dickhead, mate. I still
haven't learned to do a wrist lock, but I can get the crowd into it.
Wrist lock's overrated. That's class. Yeah. So there is one more thing that I want to ask you both, actually. So I want to ask. So because you've been tag teaming for quite some time now, haven't you? For I guess
3 years.
Yeah. So quite a few times. Yeah. So in that period of 3 years, you've obviously faced a few different tag team teams. You know, you've obviously faced your fair variety of different teams. So, but can you pick out, let's say 5 teams who you think you worked really well with, like the crowd's into it, everything just clicked, and you thought was really, really well, and you got back and thought that was amazing, basically?
I think the first show we did a champion, like a 6-man. Oh no, what was it? A fatal 4-way tag.
Yeah, us versus Alter Ego, which is CJ Rawlins and 2K. Heavy Conscience, Kenny Cobain and Dominator, and then we had just threw a tag together, and that was Sean Devine and Harry Cruz, weren't it?
Yeah.
And I thought all of them in that match. I think if we'd gone out there and had I mean, we've had singles matches with Alter Ego before and got This Is Awesome chance, and just
that one went really well.
That was just,
and that was like
super easy,
and it was everyone gelled together.
I think the
really
Lucha
well,
match was one of my favourite matches.
That was Lucha Rules. That's what it was.
Because we had that much of a mix-up with...
We had no idea what Lucha Rules were.
We didn't know. That was Corey.
That's Corey's idea. It's like Lucha Rules.
I thought Lucha Rules meant they were just going to do everything with
Pretty sure Corey had to message the Hunters and ask them.
Yeah, so
can you tell me what Lucha Rules are? This is
the first that I have ever heard on Lucha Rules. I didn't think that was a thing.
I thought it meant we were just going to use our right hands instead of our left hands, to be honest.
Kamikaze, I can't, Pro Wrestling Kingdom or something like that. They used it once.
Some promotion in the UK did Lucha Rules once, and Corey seen it and said, I want to do that.
Yeah. So that was where it came from. And then we were just like, at the time, it's like, yeah, whatever, we don't really care.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed that match.
And then we had a normal tag against Alter Ego as well.
Yeah, that was
class, that wasn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed that match. Another match I really enjoyed, Luke Douglas and Steve Valentina, the first time I went on with them.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was...
I think going back as well to when we first started, we did a birthday party in Tamworth, and this is probably when we first started chatting.
First time ever we tagged,
we went to this...
We weren't even a tag team
we weren't in a tag team. This is when it started, so we went to this venue, and they had no music.
Oh, God.
So they got a CD player from Asda, and played our songs through that, which no one could hear. And then they had no microphone. So we were like, don't bother with us with music, we won't bother. And then it came to like, it was like a single match into a tag. So he'd come in and help me like win the match, and then we were going to a tag team, but we had to G up the tag team on the mic.
Oh yeah.
No microphone. So I pretended to have a microphone.
Yeah.
I G'd up the match, I passed it to him. He picked up the microphone and started talking, and then passed it back. But then, getting to the match, it was against Leighton Cole and James Terry, and it was the most 90s wrestling match in the world. And it was
class.
great. It was great.
Class,
yeah. And
proper enjoyable, wasn't it?
Yeah. We pretty much just the whole structure of the match. We chucked JT backstage, locked him out the building, and we just beat the shit out of the one guy. And then he comes in and makes a big save at the end. The fucking everyone went mad.
Room went nuts.
It's class. That was a class. That was a good one. That was. I think we'd had a few like that as well. Like on the holiday park site, we did a few like that as well.
Yeah.
But you're
just going around. You got about this much space between everyone. You're just walking around, kicking the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Just class.
Oh, that is amazing. Yeah.
I can't think of anyone else really.
People we'd like to work. Like the hunters and guys like that.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a long. Oh well. To be fair, Corey and Nathan were the usual suspects. We weren't going to get them for tag belts at the time. The company we were working for, and like that was the first tag belt we won. That was pretty.
We were over that.
The match was all right, but I think getting the tag belts for us was like sort of, even though you don't mean shit. About don't mean shit. It's a prop.
Yeah.
Don't get an ego about having a belt because it's a fucking prop. It don't mean shit. And for us though, just to have a belt, just to have a belt for like
recognition,
recognition, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's like
it was team. Until we started saying we wanted to tag. Tags at that company it was basically whoever the faces were of the night versus two of the heels.
Yeah.
Until we said we want to start working tag wrestling. We want to start doing this, and then a tag division was sort of formed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just because we wanted to.
Yeah.
And then from that, they went and got tag belts, didn't they? And
it was just cool to have tag belts.
It was nice because it felt like a division we made. Like that is because of us, because we wanted to do this. The division was made.
We had the belts for 2 weeks because we couldn't make a show.
Yeah. So. The only defence we ever made of that was we went out the night before, got absolutely hammered. You turned up super late the next day, didn't you?
Yeah.
I turned up on time, hanging out my arse, but still took all the heat for him.
Yeah.
He was mega late. When he turned up, no heat whatsoever. Didn't say anything. No. Oh, hi Ed, you alright? Yeah. Nice night last night? Yeah, that's good. Alright then, your match is in 5 minutes. I'd had about an hour of being shot on.
Oh my god.
You're a right pair of dickheads, you two are. Especially you, Ed's tag partner. So it's like...
Oh god.
That was how it's always been, to be fair, innit? I take the heat, he takes a hot tag and wins the match, glory.
Yeah.
But no, from that match we
I'll probably really come across now that I'm like a massive drunk. I never turn up to shows. I do turn up to shows. It's just
if you're watching this thinking Ed is a massive drunk bellend, you are 100%.
You can book me on.
Correct. But no, that match was funny just because we were both hanging out. Didn't want to do anything. We got put on with two lads who were like Chinese, weren't they?
Yeah.
And they were coming to me saying, "Oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this." I was like, "How about no? You can do this one, but then we'll do all of this." And that's the match. But it was, I think they enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We were just.
To be fair, they were like trainees we were going against, and they.
Yeah, so we led the match. We give them their spots. To be fair,
they had loads of ideas.
I mean, that's one thing we've never done. I don't think is hog the limelight. I've always sort of been able to put someone over as more of a highlight than being able to put myself over. I think you can put yourself over by being the guy who everyone shines against, which used to be my thing. I used to love doing that.
Yeah.
Just make everyone look class. But I think that one match, just because we were hanging out our arse, I think.
It was just fun for you. I didn't do nothing. I think I stood
you
on the apron.
You did a frog splash.
Oh yeah,
I
went for a frog splash.
Yeah.
I slammed him. Boom, go up for my frog splash. And before I even jumped off the ropes, he just got up and moved out the way. And I was looking at Ad and I was like, what the fuck's he doing? I haven't even come off. Like, this is the finish to the match.
Oh no!
The finish to the match is a frog splash, and he just gets up and moves. And doesn't do anything, just stands there, doesn't he?
Yeah, so I pile drived him.
So Ad just goes up behind him, pile drives him. I go back up to the top, do the frog slash 1, 2, 3, finish.
God, blimey.
Yeah, this is what we had to put with for quite a while, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
That's.
Enjoyed it though.
You enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it getting to work.
Well, I mean, I think I think everyone has those matches where they thought one bit you just think, wait, what the hell? What the fuck are you doing? You just sort of
it happens.
Yeah, it does. I mean, there's nothing you can do. I mean, all you can really do
Forgetting
is
the finish though.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. All you can really do, I think, is just.
I don't even learn the finish because I've never finished a match.
That's it. Yeah. I'm the finisher.
You are the finisher.
You are the finisher.
Yeah, so I don't even bother learning that bit.
So, for tonight, you need to be the finish.
We're in singles.
We're in singles tonight.
Oh no, damn it!
We're
Yeah.
not even in a tag tonight.
That's it. We're in
So,
singles.
right.
So
I
I still won't learn the finish. I've done it for 6 years now. I can't start learning finishes now.
It's never too late to learn something new, right? Life advice there. Anyway, I don't know. I think we
never
are
too late to learn an Eiffel Tower. That's the way to end this.
Look up Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is Eiffel Tower for life.
Don't forget to join at the top.
Joining is key.
It's not an Eiffel Tower. It's just a spit
It's
roast.
yeah.
Why did I let you do this? I'm questioning why I decided to do this with you now.
Well,
You know what? It's been entertaining. It's been interesting. I'll say it's been interesting. Anyway, I don't know. Thank you for joining me. Before we end, even though at the start you did say you don't really use social media, I wanted to ask you if you do want to plug the few social medias that you do use.
I did actually make us a Facebook hot tag page. I don't know what it's called, but it's
literally called.
You search
the
hot tag.
Yeah,
the hot
hot
tag. There's one for me and Eddy Wood. I think there's one for you as well, isn't there?
Yeah, no one goes on that though. Just
I think
search
they probably
Eddy Woods and partner.
Just put our names.
We're gonna have a TV
somewhere.
show soon. Eddie Woods and Friends.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That sounds good. So
Thank you very much.
That's a pleasure, mate. So there'll be a title card on there, around there, basically where they'll be there.
Oh, just put our names.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're just going to literally put Eddy Woods and the other guy.
Eddie Woods, the other guy. I'm absolutely 100% going to do that now.
So,
yeah.
This is a real story now. He went to a venue the other week, didn't you, to go and look at it?
And the bloke was chatting to me. He goes, "Oh, you're Eddie Woods, aren't you?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Oh, you his tag partner then?" And I was like,
we had it on our own show as well.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of guys doing the commentary, and we come out with our jackets on with our names on.
Yeah.
And even though we had our jackets on, they called me Adam Idol and him Eddie Woods. And our names are on our jackets.
yeah.
In big letters.
In big block letters. Use your eyes, people. Use your
Professionals.
eyes. Read.
That's all we use here.
They don't literally, they're doing all they can. All you need to do is just read.
Yeah.
Just read the jacket. It's on there. It's not difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst thing is we're the promoters as well.
Yeah. We put them on
We
the commentary.
put them on the comms.
I think it was Corey. We put that down to Corey.
Corey probably did that.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Put that down to Corey.
So yeah, Eddie and his tag partner.
Yeah.
Yep, that is what you're known as. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah.
So links to all their stuff as well as my things as well will be in the description.
There'll be a link to how to do an Eiffel Tower at the bottom as well.
Oh my god.
Demonstration video
demonstration
that
video.
we'll do one
I'll
of these
put that
days.
in extremely small letters just in that corner. It'll be like minuscule letters. You literally need to take a screenshot of the video and zoom in to see it.
Warning, do not try this at home.
Because I do not want to get
It's the only
taken
place you can try
down
it.
off
You're gonna
YouTube.
do
We
an
weren't
Eiffel
at home.
Well, we're not at our home. Someone else's
home. Please try this at someone else's home.
Or just not at all, your choice basically. Yeah, just not at all. That'll work. Yeah, so.
Eiffel Tower is for everyone, that's what I reckon.
Oh my god, no it's not. Really, don't, please. I do not condone this, right? That is not my view on this at all, okay? Just so don't be blaming me for that. Anyway, so adding this tag partner, thank you for joining me.
How did he say partner?
It's Eddie,
Oh,
tag
shit!
partner. Come on, man.
Damn it!
Promoted. I'm finishing the rest of the matches from now on.
Shit.
Ed and his tag partner didn't last long. Thank you for joining me.
That's what they always say about you, and you don't last long.
Oh, we should actually probably plug the
Oh yeah,
wrestling,
oh yeah.
Facebook.
Oh yeah, so there'll also be a title
We don't
card
care
on the
about
screen
us.
for.
This one's the one that matters.
Yeah, so there'll be a title card on the screen for Nothing But Wrestling now around there. And there'll also be links in the description for Ed and Ed.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ed and his
Can
setup
you get it
on
flying
and
in?
the hot tag.
So, like, flying in. So we're like, what? Jesus, where'd that come from? And do that
I'll see if I can. It depends because I use a really shit.
Oh, gee whiz, mister!
Can you get it coming on a shoe?
On
Like, so the shoe comes into the
Why
screen.
shoe?
Or a unicorn.
Yeah.
Flies in. A Pegasus, actually. Flies in. Nothing But Wrestling follows. And we're like, whoa, gee whiz! Like that.
End it on the Horseman music, so like Pegasus comes in, it's like, and then it goes, and then that thing comes up, and then it's like 4 Horsemen.
Okay. Fucking hell. Alright, just for that, there'll be a big blockboard on screen now just saying nope. Just to the big middle finger to you. Alright?
Oh, that's sad.
Alright.
Anyway, yeah, thank you for joining me. We're all about for now. Thank you for joining me, Ed, and his tag partner. Got about this time. So yeah, there'll be links for all. There'll be links for Nothing Wrestling, the hot tag, and all their stuff. And yeah, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out.